Good morning, everyone. Today I thought, it's been a while since I've done more of an informal vlog style video, and today I actually have been up and at it since 2:30 this morning because I was so excited. I have flowers to put out for the flower stand again today, and I said I was going to put them out at 8, and I knew roughly it would probably take me around 3.5 hours to get the bundles together, finish harvesting, wrapping, things like that. So right now it's actually about 6:40 in the morning now. I'm going to start getting the stand out and set up before I put the flowers out in probably another half an hour. So I thought it might be a good idea to bring you along with me in doing that, and I can show you my bouquets. Very excited. I feel like I was able to stylize them a little bit more with the flowers that I have today. And everything is from my own garden, which is very exciting, so I love that. And then I want to take you around the garden just for a little impromptu peek at what I've got growing. So without further ado, let's get the flower stand out. I love it right now. The birds are chirping. They're up with me. It is a muggy and humid morning today. Oh my gosh. We've been getting so much rain. I feel like I keep noticing a new fungus each day in the garden. So too bad I can't sell that because the fungi are just prolific in the garden right now. The garage is very messy. Garage slash flower shop or flower station. This is where I also do make my arrangements, finish prepping the stems. So there's just like foliage everywhere and it's a mess, but it was very peaceful this morning at before the crack of dawn. Look how beautiful these came out. I really am trying to work hard on my assembly of arrangements. These bouquets I am super proud of. I think that they are a great improvement from my last bouquets. And again, everything here is from my own garden. Let me bring one out. I gotta work on the wrapping. The wrapping part is, whoops, the clematis. Oh, so I'm getting there. These are just, I'll say, garden posies or little mini garden bouquets. And I have my own little stickers there. Birch Salt flower stand. There's my blog website, birchsalt.com. Anywho, I just love how it came out. So you'll see we have some hydrangeas. These are incredible hydrangeas, snapdragons, clematis, veronica. We have, that's another little clematis flower right there, the purple one. And then there's some lavender. We have some sweet pea vine, an aster foliage. And then in some of these, I also have a little bit of sedum. I just think that those are so sweet. I'm just not sure yet how many people will be buying today. So I have 8 made, and then I have enough flowers I could harvest a little bit more, probably to make 2, 3, 4. I could make 4 more bouquets depending on how we sell today. So fingers crossed. we'll see how that goes. But it's just so exciting, so rewarding. So, all right, let's take a stroll around the garden so I can show you what is blooming or about to bloom. The gladiolas are almost ready. I couldn't believe it. They actually just started opening this morning while I was making my bouquets. I let out a loud squeal, so I don't know if the neighbors thought there was a wild pig out. But look, so we have purple petals coming out, so purple, purple, purple. This one's white. This one looks like it's probably purple. So these are probably going to be ready in just a couple of days. And I noticed the other day, I don't know if you can see that bumblebee flying around. There's actually a bumblebee hive underneath. Oh, there goes another one. A bumblebee hive underneath those daffodils. So thankfully bumblebees are pretty friendly and they're just in their own little groove. But I've noticed every day there's a stream of the worker bees come out and go back in, and kind of a pattern. Anywho, so the gladiolas will be ready in just a few days. Those are about 90 days from planting the bulb to bloom. And I did 3 successions, so this was my first batch. Then I did a second batch about a month later, and then about a month and a half after that, I planted my last batch. And those should be ready, the last ones, I think, by the, last week in September. And they'll be like a pretty peachy color, so I think that'll be perfect for fall. Window boxes. I do have some more pruning to do on the lilac. Whoops, I'm in the bees traffic lane there. So I got to clean up underneath the bottom there. There was some blight last year in the center that I had to trim out, so I've waited to clean out the bottom of that just to see how I might be able to have that fill in. And I think if I have to look closer, there might be some branches in the middle up there that will help to fill in. So I should be able to clean up all of that actually, and I don't need that. Hydrangea tree, you'll see some buds are starting to form. Very exciting. And then the little hosta garden around the hydrangea tree has filled in pretty nicely. We have some knockout roses. The Veronica that I harvested for the cut flowers. Asters. These are, now over 5 feet tall, but they're great for a filler in my arrangements. Some more knockout roses, Veronica. Oh my gosh, this just started opening too. Look at that red. Oh my gosh, that gladiola is gonna be stunning. More knockout roses. And then we have, why am I blanking? Oh yes, Super Tunia Bordeaux. Super Tunia Bordeaux, White Knight Alyssum, and then Jazzberry. Super Tunias. Foxgloves are starting to fade. I'm trying to wait until they dry out to save the seeds, but we've had so much rain that I'm hoping they dry out enough to give me seeds. And that one is about, 5, 6, 7 feet tall. It sounds crazy. It is crazy. And then my bunting flags along the fence. Look how beautiful. This foxglove is on its 2nd year. I had some on the other side of the fence that did end up dying. They're biennials, so usually they last about 2 years before the mother plant dies. So would love to save the seeds if I could, so I could start them from seed all over again next year. Tiger lilies. These didn't do much of anything last year. I'd planted these bulbs 2 years ago, and this is the first year that I have some blooms. They're just, look at that. So beautiful. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I'm not that impressed with the Supertunia Bordeaux in landscaping. I don't mind it in the flower box that I actually have up on the porch there because it's doing pretty well. But I don't think it likes full sun like the jazzberry does. You'll notice all of them seem pretty leggy. They're also not as disease resistant or pest resistant to bugs and pests as the jazzberry is. They smell divine, but they're just not the performers I was hoping they would be. I don't know if anybody else has had a similar experience, but just sharing my experience there. Not sold on them. All right, let's go into the side garden. This is my sweet pea and Cosmo little fence cranking away. I've harvested a lot of blooms off of these already. This Cosmo just opened up this morning. So beautiful. Incredible hydrangeas. And then my pink mint clematis is just going bonkers right now. This is the tallest it's ever been and the most amount of blooms it's ever had this year, and I think it's because of all the rain we've been having. Some more gladiolas from my second batch that are popping up, or second planting. Here's my little tunnel. Sweet peas in my pot, and these dahlias. You may be wondering why I have these mesh bags over them. That is so it prevents any earwigs from getting into them or any pests damaging the flowers, because I'll be putting those out for the cut flower stand. So if you see any of those little bags, that's just to make sure that no little gremlins get in there and start munching away. Then just turning around for this view, you can see the flower stand over there. My roses, those are David Austin, James Galloway roses that are blooming like crazy. This is the first time the boxwoods are almost forming a hedge. You'll see my remnants after I harvested some hydrangeas this morning. But look, the sweet pea and cosmos, you can barely see the recycling containers now, which is great. Like, look at this view. Look at this view. Talk about charming. Oh, and you'll see those cosmos right there that seeded themselves too. This year has been the year of letting stuff just seed themselves, and then I just kind of go with it from there.